When you can't raise the ceiling, raise the floor. I'm going to keep on banging on and on and on with this message till it gets through to you. You actually start implementing it into your life, just like I have to do today. Because I like to get on here and talk about violent clarity. Today is more like violent exhaustion, where, you know, I've been very excited and motivated and enthusiastic these past few days because I'm just enjoying the process of creation and working on becoming the most self-mastered version of myself so that I can share it back to the world and teach those just a few steps behind me. But what comes up must come down. Living with this insane level of excitement and enthusiasm, man, it's draining, especially once you start letting it get in the way of your sleep. Because yes, I was sleep depriving myself leading up until today, and finally last night I caught up again just a little bit. But here's the issue. All of that debt has been accumulated, and now it's time to pay the piper. And man, he's asking for a lot. Yes, today was an insanely rough wake up, one of the roughest I can remember in a while. Morning routine was just an absolute slog, just going through the motions, fighting to stay awake. Driving to the gym was just fighting to stay awake, feeling just how unpleasant and challenging the workout will be. Yeah, I wasn't disappointed by that. The session wasn't one of those days where you come in, you're fired up, you're hitting PRs left, right, and center. You're in the flow state. You're chatting to everyone. You know, you're in the zone. You're having a great time. No, today was literally one of those fighting demons type of days. But this is not a reason to retreat. Like I say, when you can't raise the ceiling, you should raise the floor. But to actually raise the floor, it takes an insane amount of sacrificial effort. And it's not a sacrifice unless it feels like a sacrifice. A lot of you go through this glamorization of difficult stuff, and I do that as well, right? Where, you know, you see online with hardcore guys like Goggins, for example. It makes discipline look sexy, but in the moment where it actually takes everything you've got to get up and do it anyway, man, it's an entirely different feeling. There is absolutely none of this fiery passion. It's literally just disgusting. But, like I say, this is not a reason to retreat back into yourself and just take it easy. And it's definitely not a day to go backwards. Because as tired as I am, as exhausted as I am right now, and as much as I wanted to literally fall asleep while driving on my way to work, do you know what would have made it so much worse? If I had gone back to sleep after my alarm went off. If I'd dragged myself out of bed an hour or two later, feeling just empty and hollow because I had broken a promise to myself, and then used that same energy at the gym, just flopping through the motions, no focus, no intention, no violence. So yes, it's not always gonna be fiery and passionate, and you're not always gonna have this gritty feeling of discipline. Sometimes discipline just feels cold and draining, and that's okay. Seriously, it's okay to have these days as long as you stay in the game, because these are the days that will maintain your velocity. Really and truly, the last thing I wanted to do was go through all of this routine and then after that turn on the camera, because low energy truly takes a lot of soul out of you, takes away some self-worth. But you know what? As I'm speaking, I'm gaining more energy, and this is exactly the type of thing that I will end feeling like I actually moved the needle and actually raised the floor. That being said, man, I know we live in a noisy, chaotic world, but always return to violent clarity.